Welcome to Sheni in Parshas Vayeitzei. And Sheni is when Yaakov arrives in Haran. Chazal tell us, and we say it in our davening, Titein emes liYaakov, that Yaakov is the ish emes, the man of truth. And he notices something. He notices that the shepherds are gathered around the well. And one of the things that he took note of was that it was the middle of the day. And it bothered him greatly because it said, Od Hayom Gadol. It was still the middle of the day. And he said, I don't understand what's going on here. He says, if you're hired help and you're supposed to be involved with the sheep, then you're cheating on the people that hired you. And if it's your personal sheep that you brought to the well, so then it's too early, there's still a lot of the day left where you could be working it. So Yaakov didn't understand exactly what was going on. Eventually, it came to the point that he realized that there was a stone on the well and they weren't able to feed the sheep. Meanwhile, Rachel shows up on the scene. When he sees Rachel, he single-handedly goes over to the well and he takes the stone off the well. Rashi brings down that Yaakov cried when he saw Rachel. Rashi brings down two reasons. The first reason was because he saw in the future they weren't going to be buried together, and the other thing was based on the Medrash that he gave all his stuff to Eliphaz, Esav's son, that he no longer had any gifts to give her. In fact, Rachel comes and brings him to her father Lavan, and Lavan kisses him and embraces him. So Rashi brings down each of those acts was looking for stuff. When he hugged him, he thought maybe he had gold on him. When he kissed him, he thought that maybe he had special jewels in his mouth. The Aliyah ends introducing us that Leah and Rachel are sisters and telling us that Leah's eyes were soft. Rashi brings down that she was crying because they used to say in the street that Rivka has two sons, Yaakov and Esav, and Lavan has two daughters, the oldest to the oldest and the youngest to the youngest, which meant that Leah would have married Esav. And of course, she did not want any part of that. She knew about Esav, and therefore she cried. And that's how the Aliyah ends of Sheni, describing Leah's desire to be with a tzaddik as opposed to the rush of Esav.